Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. It's episode 9. Alright, let's look at our dang truth bullets. I'm just gonna go through them. It takes like 5 minutes to read all of them. Set skills. Lost in thought. Melodious voice. E-handbook. Truth bullets. Chihiro's dead, by the way. Blow to the head. Decline several invitations from Sakura. Dumbbell's the murder weapon, and if you say otherwise, you're stupid. Inferiority complex about being weak. Card reader. Oh wait, actually I want to read this. To unlock the locker room, you need to swipe your e-handbook over the card reader. You need a male student for the boys' locker room, female student for the girls. It's not possible for two students to enter at the same time. Additionally, lending someone your handbook is a violation of school regulations. All the handbooks of the dead students are in the main hall. One of the handbooks found in the main hall has been broken, which is apparently rare. Junko and Sayaka's handbooks work, so it's probably Leon's, however Monaco claims it's very difficult for it to be Leon's. Killed in the same way, mountain blood lost on the scene of the crime. The student. Okay. Coffee stain. Locker room. Posters will switch. Chihiro's handbook is missing. Chihiro's body's been suspended with rope. Fatal injury was a blow to the head. Stain disappeared. Desk lamp. The cord is gone. Blue clothes into a duffel bag. But the clothes were not found at the crime scene. Okay, let's see. Let's go! Trial, start.
Let's if you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment.
What does that word say? Let's begin with the explanation.
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
A dumbbell to the head. Stupid idiot, why would it have blood on it?
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Yeah,
According
that's right.
to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
A dumbbell.
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Oh, stupid.
No, that's wrong!
Sorry, Yasuhiro, but... Sorry, Yasuhiro, you're my favorite character, but no, you're not.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell? Found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood. And there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
You are creepy.
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Fair. Oh, shoot, I missed it. Oh well, it's probably fine.
The culprit is Genocide Jack.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for
Shut up, Hina. You're so stupid.
No, that's wrong.
Jimmy Neutron looking hair.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
More or less.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes. In fact, it's Toko.
There we go. And I have a feeling he's right.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
No.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Okay, stupid minigame time. Let's go. Oh, what letters do I have? S-H-I. I feel like I gotta wait. C. Hey! Wait. Oh. G. Holy crap, I got it.
Now I
First
understand.
try. She went all Durr Durr mode. I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? That's the best line of the whole game. Yo, that's a dead body over there. Are you dead? She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. World is a front and back, a top inning and a bottom. See a truth and a web of lies. Quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can't.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Yeah.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
Big brain play by her, actually. That's pretty good.
What?
Pretty smart thinking.
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
we got our culprit already, question mark?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that.
Based Byakuya moment.
But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
Person, you don't mean.
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. Huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second...
Wow, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
Is a tongue of that size normal? Starting to put together the stuff. One person... Yeah, Byakuya. Where is he?
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
Yeah, you and your legs that make up half your body.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Again, a very good point. He was I didn't click on that room. He told me to click on that room, and it auto put me in that room because Byakuya told me to click on that room. Exactly.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
But how did you know it was Chihiro that died?
Nothing strange about that, I say.
You're stupid.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
Do you have something you want to share with the class, sir? Clear contradiction. A new element has been added in non-stop debates. I didn't forget to click. Called a truth flashback. Left mouse button, that's the normal one. Then you'll memorize that weak spot. If you shoot or charge the truth bullet, it'll disappear. How do I use that, though? Good luck. Oh!
If you're presented
So
with
you-
the opportunity to check out
It's
the
a
girls'
okay, I
locker
had to
room,
Google the mechanics of the game to figure out what to
take
do.
it.
I'm not even gonna
That's a
lie.
natural reaction
What you're
for
supposed
any
to
guy.
do is you're
The
supposed to
victim
hold
was
down on
Chihiro,
Hina's
who was a girl.
and then shoot
so
on
of course, I would
Byakuya's.
suggest we check the girls' locker room
That
first.
makes
There was no time
no
for pointless
sense, and I
distractions.
totally would have forgotten that.
What's so strange about that?
I gotta get my health up,
I wish you'd taken me with you.
but I know what to do now. That was stupid. Okay.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we
That
got
is
the body.
dumb.
Like
What?
he was acting weird.
You have to hold down on a prior
You're
weak
presented
point.
with the opportunity to check out the
then
girls'
you
locker
shoot
room.
Another one.
You absolutely
dumb.
take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
Just you, by the
The
way.
victim was Chihiro.
There we go.
No,
Okay.
it's wrong.
That was dumb. I'm mad. Okay.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that, because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us. What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it.
Thank you, Kyoko. Carry me
We
again.
just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Library desk.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors.
That's right.
And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
Yeah.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right. It absolutely was.
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, it's wrong.
The extension cord.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it, because you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
It's Byakuya. He's usually never concerned about anything. Or at least that's the kind of vibe I get from this guy.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He's kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Here's the thing. You bring that up, and that brings back a memory from a few episodes ago. He said that. However, I feel like that'd be too obvious of foreshadowing for him to kill anyone. And I also think that Byakuya is too sticky in the arm area to pick up a dumbbell.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Sure. Do we really need to?
We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Something not right. Found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean...
I got it!
I don't know why.
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
It could have taken place in the boys' locker room because the rugs and the posters were swapped.
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
That's where she was found.
How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
Oh, I'm seeing some sweat.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
The rugs. I know. Locker room poster?
I got it!
Yeah.
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
You know, I find it strange that that's in the boys' locker room, but I'm not...
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Not related.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
I think it would. I mean, I also know that they were switched, but...
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
Because the other one got a... The other poster had blood on it, the one from the boys' locker room, and it was put in the girls' one.
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker room. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
Screen wasn't? Yeah, no, because the rugs were switched. It moved. Where's the rugs? Rug. That one?
I got
There we
it!
go. I'm getting my health
The
back. Let's
stain
go.
on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
Exactly.
But why would anyone do that?
To frame Toko because Toko's a girl.
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing
To
that?
frame Toko.
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the
To
crime?
frame Toko.
An even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Femboy.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device that Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She
Femboy
had no
and to
way
frame
to get
Toko.
into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Okay. I could lose some health here. Broken e-handbook. Oh, wait, hold up.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all.
No.
I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
Nope.
No, I don't think
True,
that's
but
it.
not.
She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
There we go. I hit the wrong button again. Oopsies. Okay, be right back.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
I'm back.
Why not?
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Yasuhiro.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Not if they're dead. Monokuma said it himself.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the
I
noggin!
feel like we shouldn't be saying that in Hifumi's presence, or in his presence. But hey, if it gets us closer to who killed Chihiro, I don't care.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Nope, femboy.
You can't fix an e-handbook! The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts glaring!
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
That doesn't make sense. I think I'm right, though. I think I'm right about what I said. Chihiro's a femboy. And killed in the boys' locker room. Wait. Then it's Taka or Mondo. Because they're boys. Chihiro was killed in the boys' locker room, moved to the girls' locker room by what I assume is Byakuya to frame Toko. And the only people that I can see picking up a dumbbell of that weight are Taka and Mondo because they're buff.
Hold on a second.
Kyoko.
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
You can do that?
Wait! Just what do you think you're doing?
Yeah.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
Oh, it works.
Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
For real, Hina, for real.
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
I'm just surprised that you could do that. Seen the crime. Okay. Hi.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time. Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
Oh, that's unexpected coming from you. I'm proud.
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
Alright, Sakura.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
I feel like if you're leading somewhere with this, you should have just said it. But okay.
Her entire body? I know you say that. What? This is... What is this?
Oh? What? Are you good? Is she going Super Saiyan? What's happening? Sakura, chill.
What is it? Not possible. It's not possible.
She's going Super Saiyan. What's happening?
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
Called it. Called it. I called it. Femboy alert. I knew it. I'm on the right track here. Let's go. I called it. I legitimately called it. I was like, yo, killed in the boys' locker room. That's why the posters and rugs were switched. Chihiro was killed by either Mondo or Taka. This is the only people buff enough to lift the weight. That isn't Sakura. Killed in the boys' locker room. Sakura couldn't get in. Which also means that Byakuya moved the crime scene to the girls' locker room to frame Toko, who is Genocide Jack. So it's Taka or Mondo.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact. What?
I love it when his voice changes, especially that one in particular. That voice in particular is
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
You know everything, though. Shut up.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I was really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
Okay.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
I feel like you could have just said that, but okay. She has
Now
nothing else
let's
to
ride
say.
this wave of excitement.
Okay, get back to the trial. I gotta finish this episode.
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, we've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy. And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
And there we go. That problem is now officially solved.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
Yes.
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
No, it's Mondo or Taco.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it.
Yeah, I said that too.
But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Yes.
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
I kind of had my doubts of it being him from the start because, yet again, the weapon that killed Chihiro was a dumbbell, and I highly doubt he could lift anything.
I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Taco or Mondo?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No!
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility, because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
After this next round, I'm gonna use the bathroom. Okay, where's the guy?
I got it!
Okay.
Single clue that might lead us to who did it.
Well, clues are one thing, but
I'm not gonna try.
did nobody get a look at the killer?
Byakuya
Sure,
did
if someone
probably.
saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And
Yeah,
only the
Celeste saw Chihiro. I thought they were saying Celeste saw the killer. I was confused. Celeste saw Chihiro. Yeah.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Yeah, I thought they meant the culprit. I didn't read it.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much, enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Ooh, what a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
Taka or Mondo?
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't?
Boy, you want to track down
Someone
some
turned on
fingerprints or
track.
something?
I just heard of that.
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Thank you.
Easy
It was
for you
carrying
to
me.
say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
The tracksuit was blue.
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more.
Tracksuit was blue. I think that's what they were going to go for. Celeste's account again. Oh, we're reusing it. Okay.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Yeah.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
Does that matter?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! We picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue
Oh!
tracksuit as
Oh
him?
my god! It's Mondo! It is Mondo! Celeste never mentioned the color, so... It's Mondo.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
He just blundered so hard.
Huh? What'd I say?
Oh my god, you're stupid. That giant forehead, and it's used for nothing. You're dumb.
Reminds me, Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Yeah, he did.
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Say it anyway.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
Broken handbook.
What do you have there? It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Must belong to... Mondo! It's Mondo's.
Shoot!
Oh, it's Chihiro's. It's Chihiro's.
I got it!
I'm dumb. My bad.
We know Chihiro's handbook was...
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
Okay, where did he find
That's
it?
odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall for all your confidence. That is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
Well, there sure is, knowing this game.
How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
Where did he find it? Hitting the weak.
I got it!
I got my health back.
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that?
I remember everything. Well, most things.
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbook?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
You have a weakness for pushy demands, yet you stabbed Junko and didn't care.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Wait, okay, I know. Yeah, it's Mondo. It's Mondo. He was in the sauna scene 2 episodes ago, or 3, or 1. It was 2 episodes ago. Sauna scene. Taka and Mondo were in the sauna. He was suited up, Taka wasn't. Mondo probably had his handbook with him. It broke. And then he did the same with Chihiro's after he died.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Yeah!
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
Science of Monokuma.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
I learned that for the first time too. For once I'm actually agreeing with Taka.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway,
Actually, yeah, fair.
if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Yeah, the culprit's Mondo. He probably accidentally broke his handbook while in the sauna fight with Taka. And then, after realizing that broke his handbook, he broke Chihiro's the same. Wait, so does Mondo have Leon's handbook?
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Mondo has Leon's handbook.
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke?
I'm
They'd
right on the
realize
money,
it was
aren't I?
broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook.
It's not you, Taka. Mondo. It's Mondo. Where are you at? Mondo.
Here's my answer.
It has to be him. There's no other person.
Mondo. Your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Because he's the killer, idiot.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago. Remember?
At the time of making this video, that was long ago. Because after that episode, I kind of just stopped playing the game for like 2 weeks. So, at the time of this video going up, it's going to take at least another week and a half for this video to be uploaded to YouTube. So yeah, it's been quite a long time since that endurance contest. But hey, that's fine. Yeah, he was all suited up in the
contest. Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on.
Exactly. Taka wasn't... I mean, unless he shoved that thing in his butt crack, but I highly doubt that.
But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never... I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
That is the actual solid proof. I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond shadow of a doubt. What is this? Final non-stop debate? Broken e-handbook, e-handbook card reader. I'm gonna have to...
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
Nah.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
It is the broken e-handbook. Yeah, it is.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
Oh boy!
If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Shut up.
No, that's wrong.
I think I'm hitting the wrong button. I'm stupid. Wait. Stay out the silencer
Mondo,
and it's screwing me over.
The handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
Yeah, it's Leon's.
The fuck is that supposed to
It's
mean?
Leon's.
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking
Yeah,
about?
because Hifumi has Chihiro's. So if the one that's broken is Mondo's, and Monokuma said that Leon's is most likely not broken,
What I
then
mean
he has
is,
Leon.
I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually worked. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After
Yeah.
all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
I read into stuff. Let's go. Closing argument. Okay. Act 1. Celeste, Chihiro. Celeste. Can I move it? Oh, there we go. It has to be this one. Increase the room. Wait, what? That's the dumb one. That. Oh, this is so much more difficult. I took the poster. Oh, this is where Byakuya comes in. Okay. I'm thinking really hard right now. Gets into the... Man, that doesn't make sense. I'm missing the duffel bag. That's the boys. It's this. could this be? Oh, girls. Girls' locker room. I should do this part. Goes in. Extension. Bloodluster in the wall. Drop it. The vest has to be... Wait. When did Byakuya plaster up the picture? Take that. Doesn't make sense though. Then that's this. And that's this. This one.
The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
I think I made a mistake somewhere. We'll see.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse. At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Huh? Okay, I'm getting rid of some of them. That's right. That's right. So taking that one down, taking that one down. This is all correct. So we're down to this, and these two. So we're down to 4 points. I gotta think. It's not that though. Did I switch these around? So it's... That's gotta be right. That has to be right.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out. She made her way to the locker, but how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Okay, I just got these two mixed up.
Simple. Because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room.
Hi.
Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
What?
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Oh.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work.
Okay, so literally I got everything right, just mixed up those two because they didn't make sense.
They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's light. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna.
Because the killer's Mondo when he got his
The
broken.
reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook, and that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Got him.
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence?
I gave you all the evidence.
You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Oh no, it's bullet time battle again. No, no. If I lose here, I'm gonna be so livid. Oh my god. Gotta mentally prepare myself. Okay. I got it. I actually, fun fact, after the first trial, and I absolutely almost died on bullet time battle, I actually had to go and look up a walkthrough on how to do it, and it turns out it's a lot easier than I originally anticipated it to be. Talk about fever time and nega time. During the bullet time battle, if you press the space key, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. That's huge. So you can push RMB, LMB, and LMB however you want to destroy your opponents. I don't know what that means. This only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. I'm using it if I get really close to losing. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got to access to special time, right? So we prepared something called nega time that your opponent can use. Oh no. If the opponent activates nega time during bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear. That's actually... oh, frick you. Making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons by rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point... no, never mind, I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Uh-oh. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, your opponent won't use nega time. Yes! I'm playing on gentle because I just wanted to enjoy the game. Good luck, have fun. Okay, I'm using space if I get destroyed. Okay, it's just right click. You just have to left click or right click.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt. I refuse to vote.
Oh, let's go. Yes. 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 I didn't lose the bullet. I was so worried. Oh my god, I was so worried. I hate bullet time battles so much.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken
My heart
handbook
rate is
with
so
real
high.
ones. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that,
We don't gotta do that.
Oh my god, my heart rate. Oh my gosh. I was so stressed that bullet time battle was going to ruin me. I've been recording for what feels like 2 hours.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Oh, well, there we go.
Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
My heart rate is still high. It's lowering, but it's still high. I'm just happy we're good. We beat that. Dang. Oh boy. That's a wrap, too.
What?
This time looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened of Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo. Ooh. That big of a forehead. You must have that big of a brain, but apparently you don't. You blundered so hard. Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable.
Say as many times as I want. But is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because it's time for punishing. Because the time for punishing is fast approaching.
It can't be.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The Blackened that disturbs peace will be punished?
Ridiculous.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
said, wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Alright. Mondo's been found guilty. Him and his crappy hair. Mondo was the one character I got spoiled for because I knew he was a killer. And then when all the evidence was proven, I'm like, oh shoot, it is Mondo. I was like, oh. And then that made me sad though, because then now I don't know anything about what to do for the rest of the game. I'm completely clueless now. Is Monokuma wearing the crappy pompadour too? Cage of Death. Alright. Monokuma's starting it up. Go, buddy, go. Oh, he's on there with him. Oh, no, never mind. There he goes. I'm gonna just watch this play out. Monokuma doing the hula. Not the hula. Well, he's hula hooping. What's happening? I can't tell. It just seems like a rave going on. Oh. He died. Uh-oh. Wait, where'd he go? What? Huh? They turned him into butter! Oh, and Monokuma's gonna eat him. Oh, how lovely. Alright. That's gonna be... Oh my god, that's actually hilarious. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. I guess my soul's at peace now, because that was hilarious. Bro got turned into food. Can't be my brother. He's not your brother. Shut up. Another murder, another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Someone's upset. Someone's definitely upset. Taka said scream invaded our skulls. We were each forced to realize one thing, but of course he had to. What a disappointment. Is this the end of the game? This is the end of the game?
What is this?
You're completely insane. You know what? You know that? A game, one of your friends is dead. You realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey.
Fair point. Plus, I don't think they were friends, so it's fine. I didn't like Mondo either, to be honest. I don't have anything to say to you, but I do have a response. Except that.
However,
I just don't understand why. Why do you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? I made things more interesting. I mean, you did. You got me content. Good job, Byakuya. Last night, the murder took place. I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be
Well, I
done.
don't practically care. Please continue. The night we were late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. Spotted Mondo coming into the girls' locker room after he'd gone. I looked inside, and there the corpse was. You witnessed it. He was such a fool. He didn't even have the slightest idea I'd seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed, but if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. Hey, as I said earlier, you got me content. I thought I would have livened things up. You did all that to liven things
I
up?
see.
So after hearing about genocide Jack and Coco, you decided to use that to create a fake murder scene. But damn, man. If we had figured out who really done it, wouldn't that be... You would be dead too, right? Well, obviously, it would have been revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course, Byakuya turned down and looked me in the eye. I could have feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone. It never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment. You're welcome, bud.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. Not me, Kyoko, actually.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on. Is there something I'd like to ask Monokuma?
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next?
You...
You'd like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? Do you like them? Because, you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. It's all this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean? 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 That was a voice crack. Mean?
What the heck?
Mean. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick at every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm gonna stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. The noble son of a noble family. Surely you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship. Shut up, I would never stoop to a level of childish criminal like you. Just let me say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm gonna find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Tagami family, I wish the victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up!
Cool, it's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mom for you. I swear, whatever he takes, I'll kill you. Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Based Monokuma. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom and a curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue. Yeah, there's 6 chapters of this damn game. Because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair I felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. Wow. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. Cutscene.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
Oh, wait.
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
Oh.
Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
Okay, there's nothing I'd like to ask
As
you.
long as you don't want to know my measure.
Oh, there's one thing. As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away. Who is it? Who's the 16th high school student? There's one more?
My. You really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
So we need to look out for someone. Who? No idea. Boy's life of despair. End. Down to 10. There's still 4 chapters of this bull crap. Thank you for watching the second class trial. That took a lot longer than I thought it would. And I have something to admit. That was my second try at the trial. Because I lost on the first, was it the game where you have to guess the word? Because it's a word I've never seen before. But hey, that's fine. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I will see you guys all in the next episode where we begin Chapter 3. And yeah. Also, by the time that this video is coming out, it's probably been like 2 weeks since this recording. Because I have so many recorded videos that I still gotta upload. Mostly Penguin Craft, but also a couple other things. So expect a lot of Penguin Craft and Danganronpa content as of right now. There will be other stuff, though, as well. And with that being said, thank you, and goodbye.